Yes, the Digipreneur, he is here. On the Zoom line, Keron Rose joins us live. Keron, good morning.
Morning, JW. What's going on, man?
All is well. And, I look forward to our discussion because you're going to explain to myself and all looking on how do we get the money, how do we get paid from international clients, that international clientele database, if you're able to gather that online. How do you now get paid? I look forward.
Yeah. So this is a topic that has picked up this year. Again, more people are looking to work with clients outside. People don't necessarily want to limit themselves to just opportunities here in Trinidad and Tobago. But whilst you have social media, you have your website, you have ways you're able to get the clients. So you're getting noticed. One of the challenges that people have been facing is, well, okay, I've gotten the clients, I'm getting noticed, people are reaching out and they want to do business with me. How do I now get paid from an international clientele? So there are about 5 ways that you can go about doing this. Let's break them all down. So the first one is, let's say you have an account with FCB, Republic Bank, also Scotiabank. They each of the banks have an e-commerce service. So Scotiabank has Ecom Plus, FCB has Easy Bank, and Republic Bank has Republic ePay. And these services allow you to, 1, create an online store for you to list your products and services. 2, if you're a service-based business, you can actually send digital invoices to your clients anywhere in the world, and those services will process the payments, and you can keep those funds in either TT dollars or you can keep it in US dollars if you do have a US bank account with them. So that's the first main service that you could use to get paid by international clients. I have a couple more. Shall we keep it going?
Of course. We taking notes. Always pen in hand, We taking notes. Go right ahead.
That's what we're talking about, right? So we have the bank services, right? And again, they start from as low as 15 US a month. It's like $100 TT a month. The next service that you guys can check out is a service called Payoneer. 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 Payoneer is a lovely service, and how that works, it's a virtual bank account that allows you to collect money in a variety of different currencies, and you can send your digital invoices to anybody in the world. Your clients can pay you, right? And if you do not have a US account locally in Trinidad, the money will convert to TT dollars when Payoneer sends the money to your local account. But again, if you do have a local US account, you can keep those funds in US dollars. So that next service is called Payoneer. JW, let me know you're done taking notes because I got more.
No, I listen, I know start. I know start, so go right ahead.
No worries. Next up, we have a service called Fygaro, F-Y-G-A-R-O, Fygaro. So if you want to build a website, Fygaro allows you to build a website utilizing their services, right? If you want to have a system where you don't necessarily want to have a website, but you have social media and you want to send out payment links for your product or service, basically what a payment link is, you create the product, you put the image, you put the price, and it generates a clickable link. You can actually use Fygaro for those payment links, and you can send those links out across social media. So if somebody sees your post, they can then go to your link in bio and click on the link, and it's going to generate a payment form. So people can pay you using Fygaro, and then they also allow you to do the invoices as well to send to anybody anywhere in the world. That is Fygaro.
E-commerce, Payoneer, Figaro. Tell me about 4 and 5.
Yes. So next up, we had discussed this in our original program, but I'm reminding everybody, you have PayPal, right? So PayPal, you can use it to connect to your website where PayPal can process those payments on your website for you. But then you're also going to be able to send out those digital invoices for people to pay you. And let's just say you are an NGO or maybe you're a creative and you want to accept donations. PayPal also gives you a payment link where people can click on the link and they can specify how much money they want to donate to you, right? So if you have a live stream, put out your payment link in your live stream. People can now donate those funds to you. That's been a big one where people want to accept donations but don't know how to do it. PayPal is one option that you can do it. And we can round up with number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5, WePay. So WePay, again, a Caribbean-wide payment solution. You can use it to connect to your website to process payments, and those payments can be processed in US dollars and in TT dollars as long as you have a US bank account. You can also send those digital invoices. Again, that's huge for service-based businesses. You could send digital invoices to anybody, anywhere in the world. I know some people think, oh, it's a Trinidad company, you probably can't get paid internationally. No, you can send it to anywhere in the world. And also, if you are somebody looking to accept donations, WePay also gives you that same feature like PayPal, that payment link where you can put it out during a live stream, put it in your link in bio on social media, and people can specify how much money they want to donate to you. And that's a great way to utilize that payment link service. So those are your top 5 service providers to get paid by international clients.
Indeed, and I'll just go through them again. But before I go through, because I was taking some notes, Cash App, I've always heard about the Cash App. Is that something that works exclusively, let's say, in the US?
Very great question. So Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, those are all US-based services that do not work outside of the US. That's a very popular question.
Oh, okay, because I've always heard of the Cash App, but I've recognized no one really is using it here. So everything you mentioned there, international reach. You could literally be here in Trinidad and conduct business with someone in Singapore, conduct business with someone in New Zealand, or conduct business with someone in Toronto using the 5 you just mentioned.
Correct. Any one of those 5, doesn't matter where the client is, as long as they have a credit card, or in some cases, if they have a PayPal account, they're going to be able to now pay you. And what I would recommend everybody to do is don't just sign up for one, sign up for a couple of them. They cost you nothing to sign up with any of them, but you want to sign up with a couple of them because you never know how your clients are able to pay you. Sometimes they might not be paying you with a credit card. If they're using PayPal, PayPal allows international countries, the countries outside, to connect their bank accounts directly. So people can actually use their bank account to pay you and not necessarily use a credit card. So sign up with a couple of these services because you never know how the people on the outside are going to be able to pay you. And the last thing you don't want to be, the position you don't want to be in, is you get these clients and now you're struggling to find a way for them to pay you. You don't want to be in that situation.
So Keron, let me ask you, is there any recourse for, let's say, a wire transfer, they've made the payment, or at least they claim they've made the payment, but it's not showing up? Some kind of breakup in the translation. There's been some discrepancy, as it were. What's the recourse via these apps to again, launch that particular investigation or to search for monies that's supposed to be in your account but is not there?
So that's a very great question. So there's 2 things to that. One, this is why I would always encourage people to use local services, because if something happens, you can always go and find WePay. They have an office here. You can go into them, you can find them. You can't necessarily go and find any of the international companies if there's a problem and you're not getting a hold of them. But the good news is that all of those services, right, they allow for instant transmission of those funds. So once somebody puts out a digital invoice or somebody pays you via your website, that money is already captured into your virtual account with any one of those services. At that point in time, so you already know the money has officially come from the clients. If there's a problem with money going from the account of any one of those services to your local bank account, it's usually because somebody has inputted the wrong banking information, and then it takes a couple of days to bounce back to their account.
Is it also simple? Is it a simple process also to refund someone? Let's say service, well, not so much service, but let's say a product, they bought something online, you're selling, let's say, some kind of souvenir, it reached at faulty. People say, hey, I want my money back. You could use these same apps to send money back to the person?
Correct. So long as you haven't spent their money and the money is in your account, you're going to be able to use the exact same applications that they paid you with to send back the money to their accounts.
Again, e-commerce, it's Payoneer, Fygaro, PayPal, and WePay. I tell you, Keron, I take notes every single Tuesday now. I feel like I'm in class.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point of this segment. So just to recap the bank solutions, so you have Republic ePay, you have FCB Easy Biz, and you have Scotia Ecom Plus. If you're with any one of those banks, you can go and check out their services as well.
And any further tech tips as we look to wrap things up on this Tuesday?
Tech tip, start using your social media. Check out the payment links option from any one of the bank services and also Fygaro, the payment links, because again, not everybody is running to go and build a website. Might be too complicated, might not have the funds, the resources, and knowledge. No problem. Look into payment links from Figaro or any one of the bank services. That way you can list out your products. It can generate a unique link for each of the products or services. You can post them in your link in bio in Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to know how to create multiple links in your link in bio, you want to check out a service called Linktree or any one of the alternatives to Linktree. That way you have multiple links. So you can list out all of your products. People can then go to your link in bio, find a product they want, click on the link, they'll put in their information, their shipping address, all of that, their credit card information, and pay you. And that's how you can get payments done with just using social media and not having to build a website.
Keron Rose, thank you so much, our Digipreneur. We look forward to more discussions next week, God spare.
No problem. Thanks for having me. See you again next week.
You're most welcome. That's our Digipreneur, TNT, Keron Rose, always on top of the tech. Up next, Dr. LeBlanc, the Trinidad and Tobago Cancer Society. It's UV Safety Awareness Month.